The ancient ones. The ancient ones. The Grand High Witch stood on the very center of the platform, and those dangerous eyes of hers traveled slowly around the audience of witches who were sitting so meekly before her. All of those over 70, put up your hands, she barked suddenly. Seven or eight hands went up in the air. It comes to me that you ancient ones will not be able to climb high trees in search of Gruntel's eggs. We won't, your grandness. We are afraid we won't, chanted the ancient ones. Nor will you be able to catch the crab cruncher who lives high up in the rocky cliffs. I can't exactly see you sprinting after the speedy cat springer either, or diving into deep waters to spear the blabbersnitch, or striding the bleak moors with a gun under your arm to shoot the grubble squirt. You are too old and feeble for those things. We are, chanted the ancient ones. You ancient ones have served me well over many years, and I do not wish to deny you the pleasure of bumping up a few thousand children each, just because you have become old and feeble. I have therefore personally prepared with my own hands a limited quantity of delayed action mouse maker, which I will distribute to the ancient ones before you leave the hotel. Oh, thank you, cried the old witches. You are far too good to us, your grandness. You are so kind and thoughtful. Here is a sample of what I am giving you, shouted the Grand High Witch. She fished around in the pocket of her skirt and produced a small bottle. She held it up and shouted, This is a tiny bottle, is 500 doses of mouse maker. It's enough to turn 500 children into mice. I could see that the bottle was made of dark blue glass and that it was very small, about the same size as the ones you can buy in the chemist with the nose drops in them. Each of you ancient ones will get 2 of these bottles. Thank you, most generous and thoughtful one. Not one drop will be wasted. Each of us will promise to squish and squallop and squiggle 1,000 children. Our meeting is over. Here is a timetable for the remainder of your stay in this hotel. Right now, we must all go out on the Sunshine Terrace and have tea with that ridiculous manager. Next, at 6 o'clock tonight, those witches who are too old to climb trees after Gruntel's eggs will report to my room to receive 2 bottles each of mouse maker. My room number is 454. Do not forget it. Then, at 8 o'clock, all of you will assemble in the dining room for supper. We are the lovely ladies of the RSPCC, and they are setting up 2 long tables specially for us. But do not forget to put the cotton plugs up your noses. That dining room will be full of filthy little children, and without the nose plugs, the stink will be unbearable. Apart from that, remember to behave normally at all times. Is everything clear? Any questions? I have one question, your grandness, said a voice from the audience. What happens if one of the chalks we are giving away in our shops gets eaten by a grown-up? That's just too bad for the grown-up. The meeting is over. Out you go. The witches stood up and began gathering their things together. I was watching them through the crack and hoping to heaven they would hurry up and leave so that I might be safe at last. Wait! Shrieked one of the witches in the background. Hold everything! Her shrieking voice echoed through the ballroom like a trumpet. All the witches suddenly stopped and turned and looked toward the speaker. She was one of the taller witches, and I could see her standing there with her head tilted back and her nose in the air, and she was sucking in great long breaths of air through those curvy pink seashelly nostrils of hers. What Wait, she shouted again. What is it? The others cried. Dogs droppings. Just then I got a whiff of dogs droppings. Surely not, the others cried. There couldn't be. Yes, there it is again. Oh, it's strong, but it's there. I mean, it's here. It's definitely not too far away. What's going on down there? Shouted the Grand High Witch, glaring down from the platform. Mildred just got a whiff of dog's droppings, your grandness. Someone called back to her. What rubbish is this? She has dog's droppings on the brain. There is no children in this room. Hang on, cried the witch called Mildred. Hang on, everybody. Don't move. I'm getting it again. Her huge, curvy nose holes were waving in and out like a pair of fishtails. It's getting stronger. It's hitting me hard now. Can't the rest of you smell it? All the noses of all the witches in that room went up in the air, and all the nostrils began to suck and sniff. She's right, cried another voice. She's absolutely right. Dog's droppings it is strong and foul. In a matter of seconds, the entire assembly of witches had taken up the dreaded cry of dog's droppings. Dog's droppings, they cried. The room is full of it. Pooh, pooh. Why did we not smell it before? It stinks like a sewer. Some little swine must be hiding not too far away from here. Find it! Track it down, riddle it out, follow your noses till you get it, screamed the Grand High Witch. The hairs on my head were standing up like the bristles of a nail brush, and a cold sweat was breaking out all over me. Riddle it out, the small lump of dung. Don't let it escape. If it is in here, it has observed the most secret things. It must be exterminated immediately.